Shall we begin?
People make decisions every day. For example, before you go outside, you kind of have an if statement that says, if it's raining, then I need to get my jacket.
इफ, अगर, वेले, सी, मोशी, जे, जोदी, रुकवा, आप इसे कुछ भी कह सकते हो. काम इसका वही है. ये इफ के चलते कुछ भी इमेजिन हो सकता है.
¿Qué vamos a robar?
If money heist was made in India, it would look something like this. और ये भाई साहब प्रोफेसर बनेंगे उसमें. इफ नेटफ्लिक्स फ्री हो जाए तो आई बेट आप लोग भी तब तक देखोगे जब तक ऐसी हालत ना हो जाए. If the scene was made in an Indian movie, well, they made it.
If I were a boy,
If को लेकर तो बियॉन्से का भी सॉन्ग आ गया.
even just for a day.
The keyword is if. चलो आज फिर if के बारे में ही वीडियो देखते हैं. Which by the way reminds me कि आपको याद दिला दूं that you have to give a thumbs up to the video and subscribe to this channel if not done till now. कर लिया? Let's get right into the show. If mathematics and science were not invented, we all would still be living in caves with no padhai likhai and doing hunting. But technology and humanity has reached where it is today. Let's write this down. If mathematics and science were not invented, we all would still be living in caves. But technology has reached where it is today. In this statement, this part becomes the condition to be checked. If, agar, Moshe, remember? This part is the outcome if the condition was true, and this part is the outcome if the condition was not true. Right? मतलब एक condition और दो outcomes. जैसे coin flipping पे दो outcomes, heads और tails. That is one condition, two possible results, one outcome when the condition is true and other when the condition is false. These types of if statements in programming languages are called if-else statements. So we can say that the structure of such statements in C is like this. If some condition, then the true outcome, else the false outcome. We have learnt how to write simple programs in previous videos. This is the good time to remind you to see them if you haven't till now. Let's now write a program using if-else statement. चलो लाइसेंस वाला प्रोग्राम लिखते हैं. Let's say we want to see if you are eligible for a driver's license or not. मतलब खाली मुंह से गाड़ी चलाओगे या एक्चुअल में भी? We start writing the usual stuff like this and we get the input which is your age. And then we bring in the basic if-else structure that we just saw और condition लगा देते हैं to check if the age is more than or equal to 16. A condition is nothing but a Boolean expression. And so we write this outcome agar if condition true hoga, right? And here we will write the outcome on getting the condition result as false. बस हो गया प्रोग्राम. Let's check the output. अगर आपका इनपुट है स्वीट 16, अब स्वीट मत लिखने लग जाना. Anyway, the result is as expected. ठीक है? And if the age input was say 14 or 15 or anything lower than 16, तो फिर ठेंगा ही मिलेगा. So you see how this if else works? Easy peasy, है ना?
Okay.
Now suppose इस if else structure में से हम ये वाला portion निकाल देते हैं. So what happens? Now there's only one true outcome. This structure is called an if statement. And so in our example, which will become like this, the results will be like this for say age 14 and for age 18. And the second outcome is simply not there. Till now we saw outcomes for one condition. What happens if there are two conditions or more? Remember, in India we can be issued car license only after we turn 18. 16 में तो सिर्फ टू व्हीलर का ही मिलता है.
Shall we begin?
The structure with two conditions to be checked would become something like this.
Let's begin now.
This is called if-else-if statement. So we can modify our program like this.
Let's begin now.
If the age is 19, this true outcome will come. If it is 17, this one will be valid. And if the age is 14, this outcome will be returned in the output. एक बार देख लेते हैं ये सारी इनपुट्स देकर. 19, 17 और ये 14. ओके ओके मतलब ये नहीं कि क्लास डिसमिस हो गई. आगे करते हैं. चलो वापस बैठो. What we did just now can also be written in another style, like this. See, there is an if statement inside another if statement, and these are called nested if statements. So far we have seen if statements, if-else statements, if-else-if statements and nested if statements. These are collectively called if-else statements. You must have noticed by now that all these types of statements are helping us in our programming to take decisions, whether you are eligible or not, whether you are eligible for only gearless, two-wheeler or car, etc. Therefore, these if-else are a type of decision-making statements. Another easier way to have relevant outcomes in decision-making is to use what we call as switch case statements. Its structure is something like this. इसमें क्या होता है कि expression is evaluated and then compared with the values of each label. जिस केस से मैच कर जाता है उसकी कॉरेस्पॉन्डिंग स्टेटमेंट्स को एग्जीक्यूट कर देता है जब तक ब्रेक ना आ जाए. एंड इफ देयर इज नो मैच द डिफॉल्ट स्टेटमेंट्स आर एग्जीक्यूटेड. अब सवाल है कि अगर ब्रेक नहीं होगा तो क्या होगा. इफ देयर इज नो ब्रेक ऑल द स्टेटमेंट्स आफ्टर द मैचिंग केस लेबल आर एग्जीक्यूटेड. लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड फॉर एन एग्जाम्पल. सपोज यू वर प्रपोजिंग समवन विद अ फ्लावर.
Shall we begin?
If he or she accepts it, मतलब Y input है यानी yes, it is a case of celebration and दोस्तों को पार्टी तो देनी ही पड़ेगी. If he or she doesn't accept it, मतलब N यानी no, it becomes case of रोना धोना, but still दोस्त तो पार्टी लेंगे ही दुख बांटने के नाम पे. अगर कुछ एक्सप्रेशन ही नहीं देती या देता, मतलब any character other than Y or N, it becomes a case of retrial on another day. Again, दोस्त तो पार्टी लेंगे ही. This is quite simple to understand. I want you to try different options like कोई break statement remove करके results observe करो या फिर default statement हटा के देखो. चलो बहुत हो गई पार्टी शार्टी. This completes our today's topic which was decision making और जिसमें आते हैं two types of statements, if else and switch case. I hope you must have understood today's topic. ठीक है? Okay then, see you in the next video. Bye bye.